Hey guys, welcome to the Fish Room. I'm Rachel O'Leary and it's time for a species spotlight. This week I'm going to tell you about what is arguably the smallest vertebrate in the aquarium hobby, and that's Danionella translucinda, or the micro glassfish. They are really interesting for a few different reasons, one of which is their adult size is about 0.4 inches, often smaller, and they're also completely translucent so you can see the egg development in the females. There's a few other things that I want to talk about as well, so let's take a look. Danionella are extremely tiny, and I have added some crushed flake to this tank just to try and bring them to the front so I can try and get them in focus for you. But at their extremely small size, even with my macro lens, it's incredibly difficult to keep them in focus because of how small they are. Now they come from wide streams with sand or mud, so in a tank at home you would want to have a darker substrate that's fine in nature. They also do really well with some fine floating vegetation, mosses or surface plants. In this tank, even at home here, I have bucephalandras right up near the surface, as well as some wassertang and some guppy grass in there. And that's because these guys are really uncommon to get, but they're very breedable. If you look closely, you can see that the females are significantly fatter than the males. And what's really cool is that you can even see the egg development inside the females. I don't know if we'll be able to see that on this video or not, but it's pretty awesome. These guys are mainly clear, just with some speckling along their lower body, hence the name translucinda. Now what's really cool about these guys is that cyprinids are one of the few groups of fish where miniaturization occurs, and there's two main types of miniaturization. One is where, fish are just really small but look proportionately like larger versions of similar fish. And then there's things like these Danionella, where they actually sort of resemble the larval stage of fish and their anatomical development stops. Danionella, for instance, are lacking scales, they're lacking barbels, and they're missing a lateral line, and they also have less bones than other cyprinids. It's really pretty fascinating. But this also makes them sensitive to medications and also to poor water quality. So it's really important that you keep these guys in a well-cycled tank that is maintained well. I would recommend sponge filtration for them because of their extremely small size, and a gentle water movement. They can take a range of temperatures from 60 to 75, a pH of 6 to 8, and they are absolutely a schooling fish. The larger the group, the better. I would say no less than 12, with 20 or more being better for these fishes. All in all, they're super fascinating miniature fish, definitely suitable for a very small aquarium, and also would do well alongside shrimp because their max size is not even a third the length of an adult shrimp. So despite their relatively large mouths for their size, it's still extremely small. They are pretty easy to feed though, readily taking crushed flake, fine foods, microworms, or even baby brine. Their eggs are adhesive and laid daily. And if you have a lot of mosses in their tank, you'll start to see fry appear. They mature very quickly, with the fry reaching adult size in about 8 to 10 weeks. And even from hatching, they can take vinegar eels or microworms. These are one that I've always been really fond of and very interested in, but can get them infrequently. So if you see them available and you're interested in them, get them while you can. They're definitely one that should be worked with for breeding purposes, and I'll probably end up moving some of these outside to work with this summer. Thanks for watching. Make sure you stop by my Facebook as well as my website, MsJinx.com, where you can find my upcoming speaking engagements, my current stock list, and information on all things nano. At the end of May, I'm going to be in Chicago for the Cichlid Classic, and I hope to see some of you there. Let me know if you're going. Also, if you have any suggestions, comments, or questions, let me know below.